Thank y'all again. Anybody that knows me know I like to move around, so that camera, they gonna work today. Now lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord my soul to keep. If I die before I wake, I pray the Lord my soul to take. And Lord, if I die, or please allow me to wake. And for all those who die tonight, please, Lord, allow them into your heavens. And if anything, let me grow up and be big and strong to kill Philip. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. That was my prayer as a 11, 13, and 15-year-old young man. So I began to play this crazy thing called sports. And some of the guys began to literally come around me and they say, hey, young man, you really got a lot of potential here. Why are you so angry? I don't know, but I'm angry. So finally, one of the older men took me to the side and he says, sir, young man, you might got something here, but you just always angry. And I said, I think now because I'm in junior high, I think the issue is real simple. I'm no longer fat. I'm starting to grow up. And I want to make sure that this man who used to jump on my mom when I was little, I need to see him when he gets out of prison because I need to kill him. And the man said, for what? Because I need to let him know that this little boy watched you do some things that you had no business doing. Now it's time for you to go to hell. Yet the man said, he looked at me and he laughed. And he said, so you can grow up and no longer have kids and teach them or train them to be better. I use that story because mentorship really is powerful. Sometimes it's even to the point to where it's beyond words. And so when you say to yourselves, well, is silence violence? Well, let me say this to each one of you sitting in here. How many nights have you went home to say, whoo, I'm going to get a silent night's sleep? No, what you say is I'm going to get up. See, y'all said it in your head. I'm going to get up. Go ahead and say that word, start with a P. I'm going to get a peaceful night's sleep. See, people don't understand that peaceful and silence are two different things. See, because silence means that there's still some type of interruption, some type of noise. But peace, come on, somebody, peace means when I lay my head down, I have no worries, I have no concerns. Even the noise I hear brings gentleness to my soul. But my silence can bring about violence. You know, some of y'all in here grew up under the system where, snitches get stitches. In our community, we don't talk. In our community, we keep our mouth closed. Well, I'm kind of confused because if you understand snitches get stitches and you understand that where this code comes of, it actually came out of the code of thieves. And thieves said, hey, if you don't see it, I don't see it, you get away with it, I'm not going to tell. But it was also known that there was no honor amongst thieves. But watch this, but even a thief would tell you when somebody killed somebody. So thieves knew, hey, that there comes a time where I have to give a voice to something that harms someone. Because thieves had a code that as long as it didn't bother anybody or hurt anybody, then let insurance pay for it. But when you take someone's soul, you take someone's body, you take someone's life, then there comes a time we must speak up. And this is where we are. So we have to decide at this point, at this phase in our life, do we man up or do we man down? Do we woman up or do we woman down? What do we do? Because silence is violence. You see, I deal with young kids every single day. And in case some of y'all are wondering, how do you get a grip? How do you deal with? How do you even get under these young kids today? Well, let me give y'all just a little bit of information in case you lost the train that went by you. This generation right here, we will not demand and command anything from you because you won't do it. See, and people say, well, why is that possible? I don't understand. Why is kids so mad like I was? Why are they say? Because you see, when parents are no longer in their proper place, that confuses them about authority and independence. So since they're confused, that means it's easy for them to believe that I'm 14, I am you, we are the same. So there's no way you can talk to me crazy without me talking to you crazy. That's why I can walk in front of you, look you dead in your eye, and say all kind of cuss words, but yet still don't know my fractions. So what do? We know we have to address them. We know we have to deal with them, but we cannot run from them. I cannot give him a demand. I cannot give him a command. But what I can do is enter into his world of perception, fantasy, and address his reality. Because if I don't disrupt it, don't corrupt it, don't get in there and blow it up, he too will grow up and believe like I believe at 15, 17, and 19. I have to kill somebody to get mine. But if he gets just one adult who rides beside him, texts him to check on him, gets into the language that he speaks, that's when you then learn how quietly the person was on the outside, but on the inside that they was erupting and corrupting, full of violence. This is how we have an 11-year-old who can shoot his parents, call the police, meet them in the end of his driveway, and look them dead in the face and say, yeah, they both dead. And let me explain. My mama, she told me I could not have that PS3. And my daddy told me that right now he did not want to give me the allowance of $2,500. So you can go in there and look. And the officer thought the young man was playing. You see, we got to do something different. We have to reach them where they are. But that means I have to intercept and interrupt his world. So we can't go and tell them because they don't operate that way. It's like this. As I get ready to, have my seat and take my seat, I want you to disrupt your mind just for a moment. We're going to go through a quick teaching lesson. Then I'm going to come back and I'm going to do this crazy thing what I do with math. Then I'm done. How would you get a kid to clean their room? I'm going to stand over here. And most people in there are parents.
Mm-hmm. My daughter in the back. Sheree, how did you clean your room?
Amen. And that doesn't work with them because remember what I'm about to say. Because when you walk out of here, I pray something holds to you and imprints on you that you walk out of here to try to do something different. We have to reteach RAD. And some people, well, I know what a radical means, but what is RAD? Responsibility, accountability, dependability. Because when we do teach it right, we have young adults who can walk around here and not be a liability, but be an asset in this crazy thing called society. So how do you get a young person like you to clean their room while I'm reteaching or teaching RAD? Remember, you cannot give a demand or a command. My mama, bless her soul, but get your little black ugly, right? Because that's how my mama did.
The way it really works is what you did before that point. Consistency with the kid before, being fair, making sure.
Let me help you out. I hate to interrupt. I'm gonna be real quick to you, real quick. Ready? Fair doesn't exist. It only happens when I pay a fare and when I go to the fair.
I understand.
So that you can't use that word with kids because they're gonna come back and tell you it's not fair.
And you're right, because you don't say that per se, but what you do, your actions, the things that you do up to that point when you want them to do something, you make sure that they respect you to do this.
I hear you. I can walk in a room with a Chinese girl who does not know any English, and I know my skills are better than the one I'm taking. And I can get that child to do what he or she wants to do. Even when they don't want to do it.
Okay.
Without the rapport. So how do we do it? How do we get them to clean the room? Take something away that means something to them. How do we take something away when they already have more than what we could ever imagine? These are the same generation that look at us crazy. I'm going to take your phone. It's okay, I have a burner. My friend gave me his one. Watch this. That doesn't work because they don't need to see this jacked up, cracked up screen. They just need to see the thing called internet connected. Boom. No, Mom, I don't have a phone. And to take, watch this, which is the assumption. When you say take, the assumption is you think you know what's important to them. They run more game than the games that we buy. That's why my kids would tell you now about me, I ain't the one. Jet Li had a movie called The One. I wasn't in it. You know, you ever want to learn the truth? You wake your child up between 3 and 6. That's when you're in your REM sleep. You throw the light switch on. You say, now what happened now? Come on, stop. And they blinking. No, come on, what happened? And right when they get ready to say something, you'll know, well means you're getting ready to lie. Come at me when you're ready for the truth. So how do I get this kid to clean their room? What you got?
By setting the example.
Wrong. Because, watch this, because remember, we die as parents based on this crazy word called a suicide. Watch that, because I'm assuming through a death that you know. So then when you don't do it, who blows up? Now who run around there with heart palpitations, headache, and good kill them, and the kid is over there like this. What's wrong with you? You over there shaking, can't even eat your salad. And they over there with a big old brother, just what? So how do we get them to clean their room? Yes. Bribe. Bribe sounds so good. But watch this. But I want to teach my son to be an asset, not, watch this, a convict. Because if you bribe them, that's what's wrong with education today. Because we're giving these kids too many chances to do one assignment. Then they think they can go to work and be, I was just late 6 times, but today I was on time. And wonder why he tripping, he fired me. What? So this is what we do. We first start left to move right. So I might talk to him, if that's my son, I might say, man, did you see the game the other day? And he's like, yeah, Dad. I say, what? How many did he score? Oh, Dad, he was getting it on. That's crazy, because I'm looking in your, what's this? No, what did I say? I'm getting him clean. Pretend this is it. Room. I say, boy, because I'm looking in your, what is it? Room. Oh, that's amazing you said that. So what you think I need about this room? What you think I need? Oh, that's amazing you said that. So when should I expect your room clean?
Maybe about 10 minutes, Dad.
About 10 minutes? You sure? Because I don't want you to be unsuccessful. I want you to be successful. So you sure? Or do you need to put a time on it?
I'm be good at 10.
10 minutes? What time is that? Look at your clock. 10:15. So 10:15, you're going to have your room clean. Put that in the sentence for me, son.
Dad, I'm going to have my room clean.
Appreciate you. And I leave. Because watch this, RAD, responsibility, accountability, dependability. A dependable person does what they say they're going to do. I want him not to clean his room. See, that's a twist. Because his room ain't clean at 10:15. Always remember the rule, 99.9. His room is 10:15. All of a sudden it's 11:15. Do you know, as a parent, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to boldly clean his room. Because watch this, when I clean it up, because I really wanted to clean, but he tripped out because he said he was going to have it clean. 99.9% of the time, I'm not worried about it. But the next 2 days, within 48 hours, who will need who? Say it again. So when he ask me anything. I don't care what it is.
Hey, Dad, can I get $10 for the movie?
Sure, when you need it.
About 10, 15 minutes.
About 10, put a time on it.
Can you do about 10:30?
Sure, gotcha. So about 10:15, and he gonna come to me, hey, Daddy, ready for that money? I said, ooh, look at it. And he gonna say, come on, Daddy, I need to go. And I'm gonna say, whoa, you need that money, don't you? Yeah, Dad, come on. Ooh, I almost had it. Can't get it right now, though, son. Now he gonna get mad. Tell me he not. And then he gonna say what to me?
Hey, what's up with the $10?
What you mean? What's wrong?
You said at 10:30 you're going to get it.
Oh, I said, just like you said the other day, you was gonna have your room clean by 10:15, and I cleaned it at 11:15. Last time I checked, between 10:15 and 11:15 is 1 hour. So you're gonna get your money in 1 hour. I'm gonna get my time back. Now, the reason why I'm doing it that way, he said he would clean it at 10:15, not me. See, all the ownership relies on the student. All the ownership relies on your child. And when you teach them that way, they're going to either accept it or not. But the bottom line is, I didn't tell you, you admit it. That's why I asked you earlier, you sure you want to do it in 10 minutes? See how that all falls back on the kid? It doesn't, and it's a different thing. And the reason why we have to change it all up, because of this crazy thing right here. Stuff that I used to search for with my uncles, that took me 3 full summers to get to. I can see it now in less than 3 seconds.
Yes, sir.
So that means since that's disrupting and corrupting, I have to approach totally different because they are different. We can no longer give them demands and commands to reach the ultimate goal. And if you think I'm lying, I'll hit you with the last part of this. What is 1 plus 3? Oh my God, it's 4. That's so true. Is it? I know we've been taught that. But the shift of the brain is amazing. Is 1 plus 3 4? Can somebody prove when it's not? Oh, I'm going to make you think like you never think. Put on your big sombreros. Hey, 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 right?
If they're letters?
If they're, no. Anybody else? Now, you see why I'm being animated, because kids get when you animate it. But if I say, no, that's okay, that's really good. Some kids will say, 13. When it's 13, spell on, turn the light switch on.
Spell on?
Uh-huh. O-N, reverse the letters. Right, no. So when, can anybody else, you caught that right? So when 1 plus 3, can anyone else? I said plus, not put them together. Yes.
When the numbers are negative? Like -1,
Okay, so when is 1 plus 3 not 4? I don't, yeah, amen. You see that, sweetheart, you getting that oil. I got some oil in the car. Anyway, here it is. This is when it changes. Because most of us, when we grow up without, we don't realize how important it is that you grow up when you get to give back. 1 plus 3 is not always 4. How do I know? Because I lived through it. You see, it wasn't 1 plus 3, it was actually 1 plus 5, but I'm going to use the 1 plus 3. See, my mama it was her with 3 kids. But what I found out was when 2 out of the 3 kids became teenagers, my mama no longer cooked for 1 plus 3 was 4. She started cooking for 1 plus 3, that was 6. How do teenagers eat?
double.
Ain't that crazy? But when you start doing logic, then you realize when 1 plus 3 almost became 10. Yeah, because she had 3 teenagers at the same time. So people was amazed. Why is your mama cooking 20 pieces of chicken? She know how we eat. So it's all I'm doing is trying to get you to understand, in order to shift your whole behavior, you have to shift your mindset. Though you may not like it, you truly have to understand it. 1 plus 3 is not going to always give you 4. If it did, based on those numbers, I know I wouldn't stand right here. Because statistics told me I had a less than 10% chance of finishing high school. Statistics said, Mr. Tucker, there's no way 5% you will get a full ride leaving Tejas, telling the University of Texas, man, I'm not staying there. Why not? We have a full ride. I don't like Texas. What? You're from here? Yes, I am. Bye. University of Auburn. Oh my God, I love this place. Coach Bowden, come on, Tucker. I'm going to come. I said, I can't come. And he says, what's going on? I said, y'all have this crazy thing called Tuskegee. And it's 10 minutes away. And I know me, I'm going to walk that street every day, coach. So I can't come here. I know y'all don't get it, but the older ones do.
Yes, sir.
So here was Kentucky, little school, did not have as much. And I'm saying, oh yeah, this is perfect because it's just like the demographics of the high school that I went to. Less than 10% African American. So that's going to force me to focus this crazy thing called academia. And then out of all of that, somebody had the audacity, the guam to tell me, you know, there's no way you're going to finish a doctorate. You have less than 1%. Then I started noticing to myself and in my inner core, less than 1%. Woo, watch this. Did you know that I come from the greater amongst the greatest? How do you know? Because I have ancestors that went past 4.5 months on a boat. So because they made it, they've already put it in me to make it. Give me a percentage that I can break it. Give me a rule and I can change it. But you have to understand the importance of manning up in the time today. Because our kids are running from us. And what I find amazing is it almost looked like that of a gang shooting. And people say, well, what do you mean by that? Well, not being funny, but it is 87%. 87% of gang members are all shot where? In the back. How tough are they if you're getting shot in the back? That last time I checked, that means you're running. Right? But nobody talks about that. So all I'm saying to you is, isn't it funny, if one is running and the other one is running, who stands in the gap? Man up, woman up. Otherwise, shut up. And that's just me, because I truly believe silence is violence. Thank you.
Well, thanks for coming out. I want to thank everybody. We got a plethora of people here from various parts of the Dallas Metroplex. What we're doing tonight is called Man and Woman Up. And what we're doing is we're bringing mentors in, volunteers in, people from various organizations to get more involved in our communities, our schools. And our topic tonight is Silence is Violence. Our guest speaker is Dr. James Tucker, who's an intervention specialist in the Arlington Independent School District. We have Hall of Famer Sidney Moncrief here. We have Assistant Principal Ms. Mabry here. We have the scholarship lady here. We have Rod Cowell, all pro dads. We have people from Man Up here. We have Air Force recruiters here. We have gym workout gears here. We have brothers from the Brotherhood Baptist Church. And we just got everybody here. We got people, we got Miss Crane coming in with her husband, Pastor Crane. We got everybody here. So what we're doing is coming together as a unit, diversity, and trying to make this world a better place. And I'm Charles Caldwell, creator of Adolescent to Adults. The reason I started this, because I lost a brother 1 December 99. And here's 20 years later, still doing the same thing. I'm going to do this for the rest of my life as long as I can. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Big C, for trusting in me to come and work with these young men. I'm a Missouri guy. One of the things that I found out, I looked online and I saw where they talked about a shark. And they said a shark will never outgrow its environment. So these massive sharks that you see in the ocean, if you put him in a fishbowl, he'll only go 8 inches. You take him and put him in the ocean, he'll grow 8 feet. So what that meant to me, looking back in life and seeing some of the young men and what you guys are faced with, the young women, is that if you can't look beyond the fishbowl, then you can't see the future in the ocean. So the greatest thing that you can do as a man is provide that mentoring service. Mentoring to me means a lot because I had a lot of great men in my life, but I went a lot of wrong directions. I was that one guy that had to get a lot of knowledge knots. My youngsters don't understand that, but I know my old school does. And so going through the rough pains like a snake, when you think about change, they said a snake goes through a painful transition when it grows. The skin gets so tight that it's so painful, but the snake has to endure it. So as people, when we come together, seeing our young men inside of the growth in our challenging times, our music is different. I love how you talked about the mind, because that's what I study, psychology. The psychology, the thinking and how you think, how you perceive things is what's killing our children. Our music, TV shows. Y'all know it used to turn off, you know what I mean, back in the day, but now they have access. The telephone, it's at your fingertips. So when you change directions on how you think, I know you'll relate to this, if you change your mentality, you will change your reality, and it'll be congruent with actuality. The issues we're having today is that our reality is what we feel. That's our opinion. But actuality, there's rules in place. There's things going on that we can't change. We can't change the slave ship. But what we can change is how we represent the slave ship. So my goal and my inspiration is to continue to be a volunteer. Thank you, Ms. Mabry, for that. And I want to close with this right here. There was a city boy who was driving through the country. His car got stuck. So he knocked on the door, and the old farmer walked up and he said, what can I do for you? He said, well, my car got stuck, and I need help pulling it out. He said, well, son, my tractor is down, but I got an old mule out there. I'll hook her up, but she's old. I'll hook her up and see what she can do. So we hooked her up, and he said, giddy up, Ringo, and he clapped. Nothing happened. He said, giddy up, Rudolph, and he clapped, and nothing happened. So he did this about several times after he clapped, and he finally said, giddy up, Betsy, and he clapped. And so Betsy started churning, and she started moving, and all of a sudden she pulled the car free. So the city boy was looking like, man, what in the world? So he said, sir, I got a question for you. He said, I know. Why did you call out all those other names versus just calling out Betsy? He said, well, I want you to know something, son. Betsy is blind and she cannot see. So if I only called out Betsy's name, she might not have had the courage to do it. So the point to the method of this madness is, it's all right to call Big C. It's all right to call Miss Mabel. You don't have to fight this fight by yourself, young people. You know what I mean? Call on someone else and we'll be there for you. God bless you. Thank you for the time.
Mass brutality, to prevent bullying, to prevent kids going south, joining gangs, coming up pregnant early in school and dropping out, getting caught up in the numbers and the statistics. In America, we have it so good, but yet we got it so bad. And it's because of people like us are not standing up. You got the man up. You got the woman up. If you don't say nothing, you're part of the problem. If you know somebody getting ready to go do something wrong and you don't say nothing to them, tell them not to do it, then you're part of that problem. But if you tell them don't go do it and they still go do it anyway, then you've done your part. And what we're here tonight is to try to get more people to speak up, to not just say something, but do something. Everybody talking loud and saying nothing. So we're trying to get people to get involved, move. That's our main purpose, is to move.
Good evening, everyone. How are you guys doing? I'm Vandella Menifee. I am what I call myself a professional volunteer. I retired from the Federal Bureau of Prisons in 2012 after working there almost 26 years. And people, and I say I love to make people smile. We were in the car with the three gentlemen, and we were talking about things that you want to do and how you can change your life. And the one young man said, I was like, so what do you want to do? And he was like, well, I don't do anything. I'm like, no, you have a dream. What is it that you want to do? He wants to do an urban garden. I want to connect him to my friend that has an urban garden in Dallas, and she does these programs. And the other young man said that he wants to be a welder. So I'm going to try and help him get connected to a welding school. And I don't want him to go to school and be in debt. So I like connecting people to other people with things that I know and sharing, because it's about giving back to the community. I've been blessed to not to have to work. I get opportunities because I volunteer and I give them my time. So people say you can get paid for what you do, but I've been blessed that I don't have to, because when you get paid, you're not a volunteer. That means you're a consultant. So as a volunteer, it gives me so many opportunities to be in the presence of so many wonderful people who want to give back to the community. I just left an event at Asia Times Square, the Mid-Autumn Festival. Tonight was our VIP reception, and we had Mayor Williams, Mayor Jensen, the mayor from Holcomb City, some Chris Turner, some other dignitaries there. And we kicked off the weekend. I'm a part of the Low Foundation, and we give scholarships to kids. So if there anyone in here, I do have a scholarship application. And it doesn't matter, as long as you're doing something in the community and you're volunteering, I'll give you the information. You can be considered for one of our scholarships. We're giving away $5,000, two $5,000 scholarships this year. And since I've been on the board, we've given away over $150,000 in scholarships to the community. So we're doing some incredible things, and I appreciate you allowing me time to be a part of this event. There are so many things that you guys don't know that Mr. Caldwell is doing in the community, and I am so grateful that he allows me to be in his presence and be a part of the things that he's doing, because his heart is just as big as he is. And he does so much behind the scenes that people don't realize the magnitude of the things in the lives that he's changing. And so from my heart to yours, you will always have my support. And if you're in the community, it doesn't take money, it takes your time. It doesn't take the money, because half the time if prime example, I had an opportunity to put together a press conference for Golden Boy Promotions. I received a call and he was like, Ms. Vandella, I know you volunteer, I need your help to put on an event. I was like, okay. what do you need? He's like, I need to put on a press conference. I was like, okay. He said Thursday. I was like, Thursday, like when? He was like, next week Thursday. Like, no, in 2 days, 48 hours. I was like, okay. I said, I'm not going to make you any promises, but I'll see what I can do. I was able, with some friends of mine, Malcolm Chakri, who is like out of this world when it comes to technology and putting things together like that. But having people trust you and believe in what you're doing to helping people. We were able to pull off their press conference. You can find it on DZN in 48 hours. They actually thought that Golden Boy Promotions came to Grand Prairie and put on this event. And it was me and other people that volunteered. I picked up the phone, I was like, I need this, I need that. Had they had to pay me to do that, we would have had 48 hours trying to negotiate how much you're going to pay me. So because I volunteered my time, and this was for Virgil Ortiz, who's a young guy from Grand Prairie. He is 14-0 right now. So if you want his autograph, he's going to be at the Grand Prairie Farmers Market tomorrow signing autographs because of that event. And when I tell you that opened doors for me with Golden Boy Promotion, I'm old school, so Oscar De La Hoya was my time. And so just to say that I was a part of that, and I became a part of that because I volunteered my time. If they had to pay me, it wouldn't have been the same type of relationship. When they came back in town, I asked them if they would donate tickets to their last fight where Virgil Ortiz was fighting. They donated 30 tickets for me to give out to nonprofit organizations. These tickets were $149 each. They gave them to me and told me to give them to people in nonprofit organizations. And that gave me the opportunity to give other people an opportunity that they would never experience in their lifetime. Had they paid me to do what I did, they wouldn't have offered 30 tickets to me. They were like, no, we don't have any tickets to give you. They need to buy tickets. So we were able to get some kids out to the fight that are in different boxing programs, some domestic violence survivors. There's so many people that got an opportunity to experience a professional fight. And on top of that, Virgil Ortiz knocked him out in the 6th round. So in just dealing with the boxing world has opened up so many other doors for me. And it's because of volunteering. Because I volunteered, I have an opportunity to meet Miss Janae.
Another one of my home girls.
Yes, I mean,
Ball
and
player.
she gives me opportunities. Mr. C gives me opportunities. So when you volunteer and give up your time, not only are you enriching yourself and planting seeds, you're planting seeds in others, and you're also planting seeds of growth within someone else. And they will bring you in and invite you and give you other opportunities. So thank you so much for your time. I truly hope that you will continue to support Mr. Charles and all the things that he's doing, and not just support him in your presence, but when he call you and say he needs a volunteer, it's not that he needs your money too. Yes, he does, but he mostly needs your time when he's trying to do these things. So if he calls you, just please remember, say, yes, Vandella said, yes, I am. So we all want to continue to support him. So next time when he have this event, this room is going to be too small. Yeah. Because we want his program to continue to grow, and word of mouth is better than any social media. Yes, we love social media, we love the likes, we love all of that stuff, but there is nothing better than hand to hand or hand to mouth, or you telling someone about a program. I call myself the mobile marketing manager I do it for Epic Waters, for Crazy Crab, for the City of Grand Prairie. We're putting our parks is building a park for people with disabilities, well, for all abilities, and all I do is pass out literature. And because you'll ask people that are from this community or in the Grand Prairie Mansfield Arlington community, have you heard about this? And half the time the signs are out, but no, they haven't heard about it. The best marketing is people, human contact. So that's all I have to say. Thank you guys so much. And if I can ever be of any assistance to you, please do not hesitate to contact me.
Next, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna, Mr. Ellis, would you like to come up with Man Up? We'll come up with Man Up. Come on. We're gonna let Mr. Stuck talk a little bit about Man Up. We're gonna let Mr. Ellis. These two guys, you do it for intention instead of attention. And then when you do it for intention, all of a sudden 5 or 10 years later, a kid come up to you and say, "Thank you, Big C, for what you did. I'm now ABC. I'm now graduated from college and I'm now working at Chase corporate office." You're like, "Well, you're very welcome." And I might not even know that kid's name. Because when you're speaking and volunteering and you're giving back, you're touching lives and you don't even know it. You don't even know it. Okay? Go ahead, guys.
They say an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, right? Where I come from, an ounce of mentoring is worth a pound of police. And the reason I say that is because I wanted to share with you the idea of pivotal moments in someone's life. And if you guys have been athletes, you understand the concept of being able to pivot, to turn in a moment's notice, right? And you know, and life can be like that. Life can, in a moment, pivot one way or another, in a good direction or a bad direction. And what really has made a difference for me is in volunteering is to see that in the kids, to be able to be there when life goes bad and you can help guide them in the right direction. I wanted to share a little story to illustrate this point. I once knew a young man who made a series of really bad decisions. Over and over and over, his life got worse and worse and worse. And there were some very pivotal moments where it could have really turned out really bad. But at that point, there was a person there, or persons there, that were able to give him good counsel, that were able to help steer him back in the right direction. You know, and that's happened a couple times for this young man. And it kept him out of prison, and it kept him out of the grave. You know, and really, I've seen this happen over and over again, but that story is really intimate to me because it's me. There were men in my life who stepped up to the plate when my father wasn't there. Men who just were there to offer advice, encouragement, to push me to the next level. You know, and that's why I do this, because I want to give back. I want to do for somebody else what they did for me. You know, so that's
It's Regina Crane, and I am the principal at the wonderful Phoenix Academy, where we're transforming lives. We're Mansfield ISD, and this is...
I am Barbara Mabry. I'm the assistant principal at the Phoenix Academy, where we're transforming lives, and I am passionate about helping kids to be more successful. I'm here tonight to support Big C in his effort to gain resources and projects or anything that will help our kids be ready for the real world.
So, Ms. Mabry, now we're part of the Dream Team. We're missing one other assistant principal, Tamika Galliard. So we call ourselves the Dream Team. And so we're here today just supporting Mr. Big C. He has been a volunteer for our campus going on a 6th year. And so that tells you how much he is committed and dedicated. And so we're here just to support him because we know his heart and we know his passion to be able to help students and to help kids all over the community. It doesn't matter where they come from, what they look like. He is always there and being able to help not only just emotionally, but even financially and socially. And so we're just here to just make sure that we're part of the village. And so that will help kids to be successful and to help bring them to a place and them to experience their potential.
My name is Theron Holmes. I'm currently an Air Force recruiter. Formerly I did high school and college recruiting. Right now I do health professions recruiting. I'm here to discuss opportunities. I think the Air Force has been an overlooked opportunity for a lot of our young people. I think the only option you hear nowadays in high school is college. And a lot of times what tends to happen is that people go to college, get all this student loan debt, realize they have a degree that's not as marketable as they thought it would be, and they end up coming into the Air Force anyway. So I would like to sort of like just cut them off at the pass and make those opportunities known, so that way they can have options and at least knowledge of what the Air Force has to offer.
I'm Neil Stuckus, and I've been working at the Phoenix Academy for about 4 years now with Big C, and we do a program called Man Up, just kind of basic life skills. We go in there, they give us a little time with the kids. Sometimes it's individual time. Sometimes we have a group of, a room full of kids, and it's just great to sit down and have that face-to-face connection with them and talk about real stuff. The program's called Man Up, and we're just teaching them how to man up, how to be responsible young men, and to grow up and so they can be productive citizens when they get older.
Okay, my name is Coach Sidney Moncrief. I'm a former college player, former business owner, former NBA player, and I'm here on behalf of Big C, because really mentorship is the backbone of helping kids to succeed. All the data points to when there's another adult of impact in a child's life, then they are more likely to succeed, less likely to go to prison, more likely to live a sustainable life. Success will happen quicker, and it doesn't really matter the income level of the young person. Mentorship is the lifeblood of how we can get our young people to succeed, and I applaud Coach Big C for this initiative, because he understands that getting the community behind the young people and getting the community involved in their lives on some level will be what we call a game changer and will make a substantial difference in their lives.
Hi, I'm Janae Walker-Macklin, former college and WNBA and European basketball player, good friends of C. I really support his cause. I love his passion on kids and boys and girls and making sure that they succeed and go to the next level in life. Pretty much it takes all of us, people who've been there and done that, to give back and take time out of our day to make sure that they succeed. A lot of times they don't know all of the information or what they need to do, and so it's up to us to be able to insert that knowledge on them. I'm all for helping them. I mean, I work in finance now, and so we're always looking for interns, always looking for the next big thing. And so any way that I can help, I'm all for it. But truly support Big C, and I truly enjoy anything that he has his hands on.
My name is Ted Handy. I'm a retired juvenile probation officer in Terry County, and I'm here I brought my nephew to get some information about basically become better citizens in the Arlington community. Basically, trying to identify youth that may want to be involved in activities that help them make good choices, be involved in the community. Just give them an idea of what's going on around them and meet other youth that experience some of the same thing they're experiencing. Because I have one of my nephews involved in something last year that it was serious in that it was instead we got involved with another individual where he had to go to an alternative school in which he learned a lot about making better choices. And that program that he was involved in changed him. So I wanted him to get more involved in activities that would help him to make better choices and to understand that there's another way of doing things by thinking through it and understanding who really get hurt in situations like that. So both of my nephews are here, and just trying, like I said before, just trying to get them involved in the community and understand that there are things out there they can get involved in to help their situation be a better person. So, thank you.
Willard Arthur. I'm a friend of Big C's from the gym. I'm an accountant and a CPA. I've long thought about what I can do in the community to help kids get on the right track, stay on the right track, and to be a positive role model for something that they see that they can do. And I think it's good that we as a community come together and help the kids around here. That's it.